Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here. Welcome to another NIKKE video. So this is the second video in their unit showcase series for the closed beta test of NIKKE. So the first one was Diesel, and this time it's going to be Scarlet. So Scarlet is definitely another one of my favorite units. She is just so well designed in terms of, I think, the character in general, and she is, in my opinion, the best unit for the closed beta in terms of damage output. There's just not really anyone that I think are that close, but of course things are subject to change, and different players might have different opinions. So she is an assault rifle user, but she uses a sword, so I'll show you. She is very unique in that sense, and she is an attacker, so she'll be focused on dishing out damage. And if you look at her skill kit, you'll see that it's quite strong. Her first skill gives herself a 15% attack boost and 15% crit damage boost with a cooldown of 10 seconds. And the boost lasts for 8 seconds. So this is pretty much a 30% boost to her damage. And then, of course, her the trade-off is that she applies to herself blood for blood, which is a 3% defense decrease debuff that goes up to 10 stacks, but only lasts for 15 seconds. So when you're getting this off, you probably have 2 stacks on yourself. And her second skill is a passive that when she gets attacked, she actually has a chance to essentially counter and do 25% of her metal damage and reload 10% of her magazine. The downside about Scarlet is that her magazine size is quite small at 20 for an assault rifle user, and it takes a while for her to reload. And while she is in full burst, she gets 2.5% metal attack that is proportional to the blood for blood stack that she has. So you can see that she'll just deal even more damage. And her burst skill is an AoE 500% metal damage attack that it's insane in terms of how much damage she can output. And she also gives herself a 10% crit damage bonus. Crit rate bonus that lasts for 10 seconds, and again applies a dot that does metal damage 50% times the amount of blood for blood stack you have. So she is a very strong AoE attacker with the tier 2 burst, plus her dot damage and her single target burst is just going to be boss killer. I actually think she is one of the best unit to play manually, just because you can time her burst window. I'll just show you her animation as well. Her burst window is very short, so in the animation you can see that she doesn't get to attack that many times. It's more like 20 hits here, and then she has to reload for a very long time. So you might as well do it manually and utilize that time well. So I'm gonna pair her in my team, and then you can see her damage output. We can test against Liberty, who is another very strong SSR unit. So let's go from there. Oh, and actually I won't do it in the story, I'll do it on the tower, because right now I'm stuck in the story and I haven't upgraded my units for a bit. So let's go back to the tower. So I'm hoping you're enjoying this series of unit showcases, and again, this is quite early. I don't like to make that many assumptions about a character or units or their synergy. So let's see if I have to run that do. Okay, yeah, so just take everything I say with a grain of salt, and you can read the skills yourself and make a decision on, you know, what your thoughts are about the strength of the unit. But yeah, personally for me, I feel that she is very, very strong. So let's go. You can see that she's doing 1100 crit, 780 non-crit, and as the stacks of the blood goes up, it'll increase. And you can see how the other characters are doing to the damage. So 73, right? And look at our strong Diesel. She is doing she's not 88 if she's landing the hit. And then this is her skill. And look at Liberty. She's stunned at the moment, but yeah, so Liberty is doing 900 crit, 1000 crit, whereas 3000, 4000 crit from Scarlet. So she is definitely super strong, just melts bosses when she's able to get that going. Just very, very insane damage overall in terms of damage output. Yeah, so you can see, as long as she's focused on the boss, you'll be able to nail it. But the trade-off again is the fact that, you know, there is an issue with her reload time. She fires 20 shots and then she has to reload for almost an equal amount of time. So you really want to make sure that her shots are counting. And you can see her damage output here, almost double Liberty, and Liberty has higher attack because for me Liberty is limit broken twice already, and Liberty is higher level, right? So almost double Liberty damage. That's just crazy. So yeah, that is the showcase of Scarlet. I think she's definitely one of the best units so far that I've seen personally on in the closed beta test, and she is free on day 7. So good news for everyone. Hopefully that will stay the same when full release happens and everyone can grab a copy of Scarlet on day 7. So yeah, that is the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed, and please do leave a like and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next one.